TikTok, I'm back with another one. I got the cutlass out. So I'm gonna make a, I didn't make a video after I welded everything up, but I took a lot of pictures. So I'm gonna make like a little TikTok with just pictures so you guys can see how it turned out. But a customer dropped this off earlier. It's a 99 Dodge Dakota extended cab. Man, this is a new one for me. I never worked on a Dodge before as far as frame repair. So like I said, it's a 99. Got the bed off myself. I don't have a little tool, the little fancy little tool to take the beds off. 2 ratchet straps crisscrossed, cherry picker in the middle. I got a little carabinger. Hold the 2 ratchet straps, lift it up with the cherry picker, slid it outside, dropped the gas tank. Before he had brought me the truck, they had went off-roading. So the truck was filthy. He said I tried to pressure wash it the best I could, but I understand, you know, the bed was on there. You can't really get in. So before I dropped the tank, once I took the bed off, I backed it out, pressure washed it the best I could. But still, once I dropped the tank, it was still a bunch more mud and just dirt and debris in there. So anyway, this is the frame. So you can see both sides. And this is a weird style frame. Like I said, it's a first for me. I never did no frame work on a Dakota, any Dodge really, for that matter. But I never seen a frame put together like this. So this is actually 2 pieces. This is 2 separate pieces. This is a front piece, and you can see right here, this is a rear piece. Both C-channel, and they're sandwiched together and bolted. So you can kind of get a better idea on that side right there. You can see it comes all the way down to that point right there, and it's just bolted all the way up. And then, you know, at that point right there is where it stops from the front part of the frame, and the rear part of the frame starts. And then this section to where it's sandwiched together is just all bolted together. This is the forward shock tower brace. It unbolts as well. So it's 2 bolts at the top and 2 bolts at the bottom on both sides, and you can remove this whole piece, which that's kind of nice. But that's what caused the issue with the rust, because if you can see right there, it's a valley down in there. So this bottom piece of the shock tower comes down, and where it bolts into the frame down in there, you can see it's just a crevice, a valley, where all of that mud, debris, water can just sit there and rust the frame out. So that's what it did on both sides, rusted that out. And it doesn't help that it's 2 pieces sandwiched together, and then, you know, this is on a downhill slope. So as you're driving over the years, any kind of water getting flung up, snow, ice, whatever, off the road, it's just wanting to slide down between this crack and, you know, just rust that out. So you can see how swollen the metal is. See down inside there, I took the needle scaler a little bit, try to knock some of that stuff out, but it ain't really coming out too much. But you can see that water and just dirt and debris had got down in there, just rusted it out. And when metal starts to rust, it swells up because it rusts so much. So I haven't really came up with take you guys to the other side so you can see the other side is just as bad. Somebody actually took some black, this is black, I never seen black spray foam, unless this is no, it's actually all the way black, because as I break it off, it's still black in there. So I never seen black spray foam, but they took black spray foam and sprayed it down in there. I guess maybe trying to keep some of the water out, but you can see this side is maybe more rusty than that side is. It's rusty all the way down in here to where the spring hanger is. The spring hanger isn't rusted out though, so I'll be able to, these are rivets, be able to blow them rivets off with the torch. Then once I put it back on, I'll just use some big grade 8 bolts to put all that back together. So by this being 2 pieces, I'm kind of got to sit and think about it for a minute. You can see this side, how much it's swelled up and rusted out in there, and just all of that. You can just see how that pocket just fills up with dirt and mud and debris, and it just sits there and rusts. So what I'm thinking, I'm almost positive that I'm gonna have to take the rear end out, because when you do this kind of frame repair and the frame is as bad as it is right here, you don't want any kind of pressure or tension on the frame, and this is already a weak point. So I can't just take that shock tower off, take the shocks off, put some, you know, right here underneath the cab, put me some jack stands, and then start working on the frame with the leaf springs still on there, because your leaf springs is got tension on them. So I'm thinking the best route to take right now, I'm gonna think about it tonight. Just want to make this video before I went home, but I'm thinking take the leaf springs out, you know, unhook the leaf springs, slide the whole rear end outside, have it sitting on jack stands, of course, up here, back here. That's gonna take the tension off. Then I'll probably even go as far as coming back here. It's got a big Reese hitch on it. These Reese hitches, they probably weigh 40, 50 pounds. A back bumper, all of that together, 60 pounds, maybe 70 pounds, I'm not sure. Probably strip all of that off so there's no weight back here hanging down on the rear of the frame. And then when I remove the leaf springs and the rear end out, I don't have a bunch of weight sitting back here trying to pull this frame down, as I got it on jack stands up there. So that just kind of helps you keep the frame from tweaking. Now, the other thing I was thinking about, and I did it before on a Chevy truck, like a 99 2000 model Chevy truck, and it was so bad that the only thing was holding the frame was broke on both sides. The only thing that was holding the frame together was the actual bed. So the bed was all rusted out. So what I ended up having to do was I cut some holes in the bed. Like I said, it was already rusted out, so he didn't want the bed anyway. So I took and welded me some pipe. So I welded a piece of pipe here, and I come up and I come over like a cantilever, and then come down to this good section of the frame right here. So imagine that's a brace right there, and that's keeping the frame from being able to bend either way. And do the same thing on the other side. And then I can kind of put like an X brace in there to keep the frame from shifting from side to side. And what that is going to do is relieve all of the pressure off of this section where it's bad on both sides. So if I cut this out, it's still going to be suspended by my, basically like a cantilever system that I built, welded to the frame to keep everything solid and aligned. So I'm gonna think about it a little more tonight, ponder on it, and come up with the plan. But I think that's the route I'm gonna take. It sucks, you know, because you know these boats, all of these boats is probably seized up. I had to go get me another can. I just ran out of PB blast them. I got the torch, heat them up with the torch, get all of them bolts out. It's just a pain in the ass, but you know, that's like probably gonna be my best route, my safest route, because you never want the frame to tweak. You know, it looks weak right now, but it's still held together. But once you start removing stuff, you start messing with it, all of that, it's a possibility it could tweak, and you never want that because the truck won't drive straight again. But yeah, like I said, 99 Dakota. The guy really likes the truck. He said he got a lot of money in the truck, you know, sentimental value, been fixing it up and just driving it. It's just his little work truck, his little toy, but he wants to get it fixed up. So, you know, it's going on Christmas time, so I'm trying to get all of the money for the presents for the kids and the family. So, you know, jobs like this I might not have took, but right now we're gonna get all the money we can. So I'll keep you guys updated and show you the progress tomorrow when I come in. If I figure out what I'm gonna do, if I do build that little cantilever system, bracing system, whatever you wanna call it, I'll make a video of that. But I appreciate you guys watching.